What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cab show. We got Floyd Money Mayweather fighting Logan Paul tonight. Obviously, I can't believe it. I didn't think it was real. For me, Floyd Mayweather, it really doesn't make sense. The only side that Floyd Money Mayweather's fighting tonight is the money, the business side. Yes, he's probably going to make between $50 and $100 million, so it would make sense to Floyd Money Mayweather, but Floyd's 44, he's 50-0. To me, it's like, well, what else does he have to prove in the sport of boxing? You know what I'm saying? Besides the money aspect. I mean, he's the only fighter with 16 straight wins over world champions. That is Floyd Mayweather. It's like some people forgot how great Floyd Mayweather really is. And a lot of the times is he knows already what the opponent's going to do, so he can kind of map out the fight, how it's going to go. To me, he's saying he's going to knock this dude out, YouTube guy. To me, hats off to Logan Paul, though, for even getting this fight. 0-1 in professional boxing, hasn't even won a professional fight. He's a YouTube kid. Coming in fighting arguably the best fighter of our generation. How did that even come about? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real life. And obviously, doing numbers, the numbers aspect, the business side, it makes complete sense. But if we're going boxing analytics here, obviously this makes no sense at all. We're talking Floyd Mayweather, the best defensive fighter we've ever seen on planet Earth, and this guy's going to somehow beat Floyd Money Mayweather? How are you going to convince me that Floyd Mayweather's going to lose this fight? That's all I'm saying. Like, straight up, I'll give Logan a puncher's chance. They said that against Canelo. They said that against Shane Mosley. They said that against Pacquiao. The list continues to go on and on, dealing with Floyd Mayweather, running from opponents, doing this, doing that. But at the end of the day, when his fight is over, all he cares about is winning. That's what Floyd Money Mayweather is. He's about winning. It doesn't matter at all cost. That's what a true champion is, winning at all costs. But for Logan Paul, obviously there's no pressure on this kid. He hasn't even won a professional fight, so he really has nothing to lose but everything to gain. To whereas Floyd Money Mayweather, he has everything to lose. His legacy's on the line. If he loses to a YouTube guy who's never won a fight, and it's like, what are they going to look at Floyd Money Mayweather? They're literally, social media is going to crucify Floyd Money Mayweather for if he loses this fight. That's how much pressure's on for Floyd. But at the end of the day, Floyd's been here. Let's go back to the Pacquiao fight in 2015. That was arguably one of the biggest draws in sports history. And what happened? Floyd ended up winning that fight. Was it a good fight? No, absolutely not. I thought the McGregor-Mayweather fight was better than the Pacquiao fight. I really did. I just thought with Mayweather, my only knock on Mayweather throughout his career is fighting Pacquiao maybe back in 2010, 5 years earlier, or maybe even a decade earlier than when they did. But that's just Floyd Mayweather being super smart and savvy, being the head of the chess player. Like he just knows his opponent's weaknesses. He knows how to get to you. And to me, obviously what Logan Paul has to do, he has to come in and go for broke, meaning going all in here. Go balls to the wall, try to knock Floyd Mayweather out within the first 2 rounds. If I'm Logan Paul, that's what you have to do. You have to go for broke because, there's no filling out Floyd Mayweather process. He's going to fill you out in 2 rounds to Floyd. Could seem, like a regular 12-round fight for you. So to me, Floyd's going to pick up on everything a lot quicker. He's been through it all. Fought Canelo. To me, when Mayweather does beat Logan Paul, I do believe we could see Mayweather even get a rematch with Pacquiao, maybe, but that's a long shot. But more towards McGregor. I think McGregor, Mayweather make more sense business-wise, money-wise. I think that'll make more sense down the road at number 2 in that. But to me, it's just like, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy for sports that, we got, social media star Logan Paul versus, the GOAT, Floyd Money Mayweather in boxing, fighting each other now. In Miami, to me, it doesn't even seem like it's real. It's really going to happen, but it is. But to me, for Floyd, I just think what Floyd's going to do, he's going to fill him out for maybe a round or 2, unless we see a different Floyd Money Mayweather where he goes in and starts to really exchange. And we saw that, against the McGregor fight in the later rounds. Whereas the first 5 rounds, Mayweather was kind of on the back pedal. But, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th round of that McGregor fight, he kind of went at McGregor, kind of was stepping towards McGregor. Whereas, Mayweather, he's a defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he's normally taking steps back, wanting you to throw, then he'll counter you. But to me, that wasn't the case with McGregor. He would go at McGregor. And that's the crazy thing is if we see this, and yes, I understand the height difference. You know, Mayweather's fought bigger guys. Shea Mosley was taller than Mayweather, not significantly. But to me, the weight difference is definitely one of the things I'm like, dang, you know, Mayweather's probably going in at 155, and we got Logan Paul going in at like 180, 190. Like, I thought, you know, there would be different restrictions on the weight. I thought they'd have to have a similar weight, you know, just like in any professional sport where you got to have even weight. You know, like, if somebody's, you know, 40, 50 pounds heavier than you, obviously that's definitely an advantage to the heavier person. But for Mayweather, skills pay the bills. And that's ultimately how he goes on top. You know, it's crazy. And then we got, you know, Logan Paul's brother fight, Jake Paul. He's fighting Tyron Woodley August 28th. I can't wait to that fight either. And to me, it's like, man, like, we see some of these, you know, stars on social media going to, like, fighting, you know? And I'm thinking, dude, are these guys really thinking straight? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking Mayweather's been fighting his whole life. You know, fought in the Olympics, you know, lost in the Olympics, obviously should have won that, got cheated out in 96 in Atlanta. Mayweather should have easily won. But to me, you know, there's a difference, right? There's a difference in somebody fighting 3 or 4 years in boxing compared to somebody's fought his whole life in the boxing ring. You know, like, there's going to be a big difference. I get it. You could be a fast learner. You could do this so quick, but it's like there's a big gap there. You know, being born and raised in that environment, you know, that's been his grind. That's Mayweather's grind is the gym, the boxing gym. That's his drug. That's his heroin. He needs to get that every single day. He's been doing that. You know, it's really paid off for Mayweather. Obviously, and I think a lot of people hate Mayweather, like I said before, because of his lifestyle, the way he lives, the way he flaunts his money, his attitude towards others, you know, just kind of arrogant in a way. But to me, Mayweather, hate him or love him, you know, he's 50-0. He's never lost in professional boxing, so let's give it off to him. But obviously for Logan, though, you know, I can't wait. You know, I really can't. For him, he's got to go for broke, like I said. Just go all out. You know, just go all out and give it all on the line because he literally has nothing to lose. You know, Logan Paul could get knocked out, okay, which is a high possibility. He could get knocked out by Mayweather, look dumb on TV, but at the end of the day, he's cashing a big check. He's cashing a big check because of this, because of Logan and Mayweather, dude. They're two different platforms, but now all of a sudden this is a reality. They are fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. To me, for Logan, you know, obviously I'm thinking, man, dude, like, you know, I hope the best for him. Obviously, I'm picking Mayweather here. I think 99.9% of people are picking Mayweather. You know, even that McGregor-Mayweather fight, a lot of UFC cats were like, dude, I don't even see McGregor winning, to whereas some of the people were like, you know what, McGregor could catch him, knock Floyd out, and that's it. That's the end of Floyd's career. You know, that's what they said about McGregor. I would say 20% gave McGregor a chance, maybe even 15, maybe even 10, but we're talking less than 1% are giving Logan a chance here. You know, looking at his resume in boxing, to me, lost to another YouTube guy, you know, 0-1. Although I thought that fight was I thought Logan won that fight, but still, man, like, let's get him against real fighters. And to me, we got the realest fighter in here. And to me, for Logan, dude, I just hope the best. I don't want him to look too embarrassing to where he doesn't land a punch, kind of like the Canelo Mayweather fight. You know, didn't land a punch, really looked out of sync, and just wasn't there. Wasn't there. And Mayweather, that's how much Mayweather trains and how quick he is. He just knows the next levels. Obviously, the thing's going for Logan. Nothing to lose. Obviously, youth. You know, he's still so young in height, in weight. You know, that's a big advantage for sure. But to me, I think Mayweather's going to get in there, get him with a couple jabs, couple uppercuts, and really attack the body. Obviously, if I'm Mayweather, I'm attacking the body. Same thing with Logan. You know, attack the body. I'm telling you what, if you guys ever been punched in the face, it's not good, right? But if you've ever been punched with a body shot, let me tell you, dude, you will be sore for weeks, dude. Like, not be able to move right if you get hit with the right body shot. So I expect Floyd Money Mayweather to really toy with them for a little bit, hit him with a couple body shots, and really take over this fight. You know, and like I said, obviously, you know, against all odds, Logan pulls off the miracle, you know, then obviously I'll feel for Mayweather. I will say Mayweather should have never took this. I still feel like Mayweather, it doesn't make sense for him to take it. The only part that makes sense is the business aspect. But to me, it's like Mayweather's making millions daily. So what's $100 million to Mayweather? You know, another $100 million check. He's going to make that in a year or two. You know? But to me, it's like, hey, wants to make it all in one night. I don't blame him. Obviously, $100 million's a lot of dollars, could take you really far in life. You know, to me, it's just like for Logan, hats off to him. You know, love or hate Logan, man. And a lot of boxers who's born and raised a boxer, been boxing their whole life, hasn't even got this opportunity, hasn't even got the opportunity to fight a big time name like Mayweather. And Logan has, and this is his opportunity. And obviously, for Logan, man, like if I was in Logan's shoes, obviously you literally have nothing to lose, dude. That's the best thing going for you in this fight is nothing to lose. But obviously, you know, you're fighting an undefeated professional fighter who's been doing this since he was a kid, dude. Like, I just don't see how it's possible, dude. I really don't. But there's been miracles, like the miracle on ice when the USA beat Russia. You know, there's been miracles. There are miracles that happen daily. So, you know, a puncher's shot, I'll give him that. You know, I thought, you know, Conor had a better shot at Mayweather than Logan Paul. Really, I think McGregor has a way better shot. You know, McGregor's an actual fighter. I'm not saying Logan isn't, but it's like, you know, it wasn't his bread and butter, right? Logan wasn't born into boxing like this, like Mayweather, dude. So I think the level difference is like day and night. You know, we're talking an A+++ fighter in Mayweather to Logan Paul, probably a what, D fighter, a C minus fighter. You know, at best a C+ fighter. You know, versus Mayweather, gonna knock Mayweather out. You know, come on, man. You guys got to be smoking on some K2 to get me to even think that Logan would win this fight, dude. Seriously, man. Like, you guys cannot convince me otherwise. So, you know, to me, it'll be crazy. Obviously, in our society, I feel like, and I've said before, that, you know, our society kind of wants people to fail. You know, they kind of like when people fail, and it's kind of sad, really. You know, like you don't like anybody in media, so you want them to fail and really just be a failure. To me, it's like, man, is that where we're coming to? I don't want that to be our society where we feed off other people's failures. It's like, obviously, we have our own failures, our own lives, our own personal issues in our own lives, and yet we're rooting for someone else to fail. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. But overall, this fight, I'm going Floyd Money Mayweather, a.k.a. Pretty Boy Floyd, all day, every day. Put the money in the bank. Just imagine if you would put, you know, all your 50 fights on Mayweather. You'd be rich right now. So to me, you guys be smart. The smart money is on Floyd Money Mayweather. The goofy, dumb money is on Logan Paul. So I'm going Floyd Money Mayweather, baby. It's the Clown with Cab show. Let's go!